What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to Reimagining Manchester United. Today we have Chelsea and Arsenal in the Premier League. Chelsea are currently 5th in the table, 2 points behind us, but we have a game in hand on them. Arsenal are tied on points with us, but we also have a game in hand on Arsenal. We are tied at the top with Liverpool on 24 points, both of us with 10 games played. So it's very tied at the top. We've been playing pretty well for the most part. We had one slip up, which is very disappointing. If you look at the schedule, since we last left you at Man City and Liverpool, we beat Gladbach 2-0 in the Champions League. We played really well. We've been doing very well in the Champions League, but the league we've been doing pretty well. Obviously, you see no draws, but we have the two losses, which are disappointing. We beat Crystal Palace 3-0 in the Premier League with Martial, Wan-Bissaka, and Bruno Fernandes getting the goals. We then beat Southampton 1-0 with Marcus Rashford in the 24th minute getting the only goal. We weren't very good in that game, but we were the better team. We deserved to win it. We had 2.3 XG. They had 0.14, so we probably should have gotten more than the one goal, but we just weren't clinical. We then played Gladbach again in the Champions League. We beat them 5-0 this time. So we've been playing magnificently in the Champions League, not conceding very many goals. We then beat Brighton to complete a full November without allowing a single goal. We beat Brighton 4-0. Bruno Fernandes with 2 goals, both penalties. Harry Maguire with a goal and Anthony Martial with a goal. Then played Olympiacos in the Champions League with a chance to guarantee top of the group, and we beat them 3-1. So we are guaranteed to finish top of the group. Obviously, the Champions League is over now, but we finished top of the group, which is very impressive. We then had kind of a Champions League hangover, I think, game against Newcastle. Newcastle are currently 13th in the Premier League, so they're only a mid-table team, and we just weren't very good. Like, we were the better team on the day in terms of XG, but we just weren't clinical enough. We did not defend very well. They got two kind of late goals, an 80th minute and 85th minute goal, after Donny van de Beek gets sent off in the 84th minute for 2 yellow cards. So it just wasn't a good game by us. We look at the match stats. It's pretty even. They had more shots on target. We had more shots. We had, almost twice their XG, but we just weren't clinical. They made good when their shots they had on goal. Like, they found the back of the net. So we played a little bit of a rotated squad. Greenwood and Rashford up top. Fred played. Camavinga played. Tuanzebe played, who was not very good. Maguire was very bad. Williams played on the right. Henderson actually played. So I think we kind of underestimated them a little bit. Probably should have played our strongest squad, especially since the Juventus game didn't mean anything. But our players were very tired after Olympiacos, so we kind of needed to rotate a little bit. But like I said, the Juventus game didn't mean anything. We already had top of the group, so we played a fully rotated squad, and we beat them 2-1 against their first team. They played Ronaldo, Dybala, Depay, Kulusevski, McKennie, Arthur, all of their starters pretty much. And their only goal came from an own goal from Alex Tuanzebe. See who we played. Amad Diallo played at striker for us, and he played pretty well. Greenwood played. Fred, Matic, Alberto Moreno played. Williams played again. Sutalu and Mangi played. Henderson, of course, in net. So it was a very rotated squad for us, and we played very well. We've been very good in the Champions League, pretty good in the Premier League, but just that one slip up. But we got to put that behind us. Hopefully we can kick on and do better in the Premier League against Chelsea and Arsenal. Let's get into the lineup for the Chelsea game. This is what we're going with. Wait, no, this is not what we're going with. This is what we played for the last game. Let me set up the lineup, and I'll be right back with you. So this is the lineup we'll be going with. Pretty much our first team. We have a few injuries we've had to deal with. Tellez is out for 4 more days. McTominay got hurt for Scotland. He's out 2 to 5 weeks, so that's pretty disappointing. And Camavinga's out another 2 days. He failed his fitness test, so he can't be on the bench even. So we've got kind of a weak bench in terms of the midfield. Only Fred and Van de Beek as midfielders on the bench. So not the strongest there, but Matic has to start, which isn't ideal, but he's a pretty good deep line playmaker on defend, so he should do a good job. Everything else is pretty much the starters. Luke Shaw, obviously, instead of Alex Tellez, but he's a little bit more defensive, so I might have gone with him anyways against Chelsea. So Lindelof, Bailly, and Maguire at center back. So that's the lineup. I don't want De Gea as a sweeper keeper. I want him as a normal goalkeeper. That's what we're going with. Let's get into the game. I'm going to tell the boys to go out there and give their fans the money's worth. Didn't really motivate many of them, but look to do the faith. Faith always works. Chelsea's recent good run has them fourth in the Premier League form table. How much of a threat do they pose? They're going to make life hard for us. They're a good team in good form, and we have to be at our best to get something. Eduard Mendy has been almost unbeatable in goal for Chelsea recently. How do you solve the problem of getting past him? I think we can unsettle him and make him uncomfortable. That'll add to the challenge. This will be a tough game. They're obviously not the best form. A loss and a draw in their last five, but the other three are wins. They've got a strong lineup out there. We have the one loss in the last five, so we're in a little bit better form than they are. But it's not much difference, really. They're obviously only 2 points behind us, so they're right up there with us. So we need a good performance today. We need a much better performance than we had against Newcastle if we're going to get something out of this game. And they've got Ziyech and Pulisic on the wings, Havertz and Mount, and Kante in the midfield, Azpilicueta at left back, like Rudiger and Thiago Silva at center back. So it's a strong squad for Chelsea. They're attacking down our left-hand side here to start. Havertz down the left-hand side, back to Azpilicueta, into Kante, into Mount, into Ziyech, into James. Nice little passing play, and Timo Werner gets through, but David De Gea makes the save, but he is offside. Timo Werner was offside, so even if he made it, scored it, the goal would not have counted. But still, nice to see a good save from David De Gea. Looks like Liverpool aren't playing today, or not playing at this time, so we won't know whether or not we're still going to be tied top of Liverpool after this game. I'm assuming we will. Liverpool are pretty good. I doubt they lose, but we've got, looks like a lot of yellow cards here. Bruno Fernandes and Wan-Bissaka both on yellow cards. We're just playing it through our defensive line. Guire on the ball, who I feel most comfortable about on the ball of all of our center backs. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Lindelof. Lindelof's pretty good on the ball, but Lindelof and Guire I feel alright about. Bailly gets me kind of nervous, but he's done another ball over the top to Werner. Is he offside again? He is offside again. They're trying to beat our offside trap, and it's not working. And we are now into halftime. Not very many highlights in that first half. We did not do anything. Only one shot, and it wasn't on target. They have 4 shots, 3 on target. We have the possession lead, but it doesn't really mean anything. We haven't done anything with it. We've been very poor today. I'm going to thrash my arm and say I'm far from pleased because we have been so bad. No one has played a good game. Like, Luke Shaw's been the best player on the pitch. Actually, David De Gea, 7.2. But out for the outfield players, Luke Shaw's been our best player, and that's never a good thing. You need Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Rashford, Martial. One of them needs to step up. Do I make any changes? Do I go to the more attacking? Because this obviously isn't working. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to go just a little bit more attacking route. See if we can kind of unsettle them a little bit. Kind of come out the blocks running. See if we can do something with that. Obviously, the defensive one isn't working, so let's try to go attacking. If that doesn't work, we might switch to the 4-2-3-1. We already have a shot, so we're already doing better than we did. And we have a highlight for us, which hopefully a highlight for us, which is more than we had the entire first half. Wan-Bissaka with the ball down the right-hand side. Looks to bring it across. Puts it back to Bruno Fernandes. Puts it into Rashford, but he gets blocked, and Mount gets it away. Lindelof will get there, though. And that's the highlight. Looks like nobody's really played well on either team. Mount and Pulisic have played all right, but Ziyech with a terrible game. Looks like it's kind of just a two teams canceling each other out. Two good teams canceling each other out. Let's just say that. It's not that both teams have been awful. They're just canceling each other out. This looks like an attack from Chelsea here down the right-hand side. Ziyech put a terrible ball. Gets intercepted. Ziyech continuing his poor game. Rashford running at the defense. Got a lot of space. Gets the shot in, but it's so weak. Never has a chance to get past Mendy. He probably should have tried to pull that back. Like, that was probably his best option, but he tried to go for the shot. I think I got to switch to the 4-2-3-1. We're in the 70th minute. We've done nothing. We have 3 shots this half, but we've done nothing with them. I need to try something different. I'm going to go to the 4-2-3-1. Rashford to go on the left. Which center back do I take off? Who's been the worst? Lindelof, so I'll take Lindelof off. Fernandes will go there. Matic will switch with Pogba. And then Mason Greenwood will come in. And Bailly needs to be a central defender. Those are the only changes we make. We're able to transition pretty well to the 4-2-3-1. Let's see if this works better. I don't think there's any other changes I want to make. Matic is pretty tired. But I don't really have another deep lying playmaker on defend. I could play Van de Beek there, but it's not ideal. I'll give him another 5, 8 minutes. See if we can do anything with Matic on the pitch. If not, I'll bring on Donny Van de Beek. I'm gonna encourage the team. That seemed to brighten him up a little bit. It's now been about 10 minutes. Matic still hasn't done anything, so I'm gonna take him off. Bring on Donny Van de Beek as a deep lying playmaker on defend. Anyone else I want to take off? Martial has had a shocker. I'll bring on Cavani. Those will be the 3 changes I make. Yeah, the defense has done all right. The attack just hasn't done anything this game. So let's make that change. See if that can change anything for us here in the last 10 minutes. Looks like we've had 3 shots since we moved to this 4-2-3-1. So I think we've seen a little bit of improvement from our attack since changing formation. But we were a little bit more... Oh, good save. We're a little bit more at threat defensively. Not as defensively strong with the 4-2-3-1 as we are with the 5-2-1-2 or 5-1-2-2. It was a good save by David De Gea, but now they have a corner. Pulisic to take it. Puts it in for Werner, but De Gea catches it. De Gea aggressive, brave coming out. He's able to get the ball. I don't think we have any more subs. I think there's only 3 subs. Yeah, only 3 subs. So Pogba are going to have to deal with being low energy. Ball out to the left of Luke Shaw. I'd like to have Tellez to bring in because Luke Shaw's not the most attacking player, and Tellez is obviously very attacking. But Rashford steals the ball, though. Has a chance to play through Greenwood, and Greenwood with a chance, and Greenwood scores at the near post. Greenwood puts us 1-0 up in the 85th minute against Chelsea. Now it is time to shut up shop. I can't go back to the 5-1-2-2 because I only have 2 center backs. If I had, what's his name? The Scottish central midfielder / center back, McTominay. That's his name. If I had McTominay at midfield, I'd be able to bring him on at center back, and we might be able to work something out, but we don't, so we'll just have to change roles. Pogba will go to a maybe Van de Beek changes role. Van de Beek maybe to a box-to-box. I'm going to change Pogba to a box-to-box. He's not the best at box-to-box midfielder, but he'll have to do. Put both our wingers on support. Actually, I'm going to drop them back. I don't know if they can play there, but yeah, they're not. Rashford's okay. Greenwood has no idea how to play here. He plays inverted wingers on support. Change my wingbacks to wingbacks on support. We don't want to be on attacking. Let's go to cautious. Start time wasting. Be more disciplined. Don't run at the defense. Regroup, hold shape. Slow pace down. Let's bring the defensive line back. Stop offside trap. Don't finish your goalkeeper. Be a little less pressing. Those are the changes I'll make. Hopefully that can see the game out. Looks like changing to the 4-2-3-1 has been good for us. We get a goal. That's why I like having the two different chances here, 2 different formations to go to. The one's not working. We have a chance to go to the other one, see if we can get more attacking, see if we can change things up, see if we can unsettle Chelsea. Let's focus the team. They're going up to a 4-2-4, but it looks like it's not going to matter. We're going to see this game out, and we have beaten Chelsea 1-0 in a game we probably did not deserve to win. Chelsea were the better team. They had more XG. They had more shot. Well, they had one less shot. They had more shots on target. They had more possession at the end. They outpossessed us in the second half, but one good bit of play between Rashford and Greenwood, and we find the goal to get ourselves the win. Huge win. Not the most impressive, but a win's a win. I'll take a win. I'll say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. The result takes Man United top of the league, although Liverpool have a game in hand. You must be pleased with that. It gives us a platform to build on and create something to work towards maintaining. It creates a positive atmosphere, and hopefully we can take an optimistic approach going forward. Mason Greenwood's dramatic late goal is something for you to savor. How do you rate that moment? That's what football is about. It's a joy to behold. Not going to say we deserved it because we really didn't, but I'll take it anyways. We go top, but Liverpool have a game in hand. De Gea with the man of the match. I'll praise De Gea. Thomas Tuchel has surprised some opponents by graciously admitting that your Manchester United team fully deserved their late goal against his side. Do you have any thoughts on the matter? I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure what he says in public and what he actually says are two different things. He's not that gracious. We did not deserve that goal, so I don't know what he's talking about. We were not the better team. It probably should have been a draw. We'll get into the next game against Arsenal, though. See if we can get another good result. I'll see it for Arsenal. Here, just before the game, we have the draw for the Champions League first knockout round. People in the draw are Benfica. Well, we won't see any of them. They're the seeded teams. The unseeded teams, Barcelona are unseeded. Dortmund, Leipzig, Bayern, Atletico Madrid, Juventus. So there's really no easy unseeded team. The really only easy team left, I would say, would be Benfica. Maybe Atalanta, maybe Sevilla. We should be better than Atalanta or Sevilla, so hopefully we can get one of them. Otherwise, we're going to get a tough draw. Let's do an automatic draw, see who we get. First name out of the hat is going to be Bayern Munich against Chelsea. Chelsea get a tough draw. Atalanta, I would love Atalanta. We get Atalanta. Great result. Stop the automatic draw. Let's draw all teams. Dortmund get Liverpool. Sevilla get Man City. Madrid get Inter. Leipzig get PSG. Juventus get Real Madrid. And Barcelona get Benfica. So Barcelona get a little bit lucky. Get the easiest team out of the seeded teams. But we get pretty lucky probably getting one of the easiest teams out of the unseeded. Atalanta are still a good team. So it won't be easy. But we face Atalanta in the first knockout round of the Champions League. Let's get into the Chelsea game. Or not the Chelsea game. The Arsenal game. It should be any minute now. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. It'll be no time for you, but for me it'll be a couple minutes. We are back on the day of the Arsenal match. We are going with the exact same lineup we put out against Chelsea. I know they didn't have the most impressive game against Chelsea, but I still think they're our strongest lineup. I considered bringing Greenwood in for Martial, but because Martial had a poor game last game, but I'm going to give Martial another chance. Greenwood will be quick off the bench if we need him to, though. We do bring Camavinga back into the bench. He's not fully fit, but he's able to play this game for 75 minutes. His fitness test is not required, so he could play if we wanted him to, but I don't think I'm going to risk him. We've got Alberto Moreno. I'll use him on the bench. I don't need to risk Alex Tellez. So at least we have another midfielder on the bench now. Should be okay for the midfield. But it's like I said, it's the same squad that played against Chelsea. So let's see if they can get the same kind of result. Maybe not the same, hopefully not the same performance, but the same result. See if we can get a win over Arsenal to keep ourselves at the top of the league. Liverpool did win their game in hand, so they are tied top of the league with us, both on 24 points. So hopefully we can keep it going, keep it up with Liverpool. Don't give them any advantage. What do I say here? I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. Let's talk to the individuals who did not respond and say, I have faith. It's not the best weather for football out there today. How do you think the conditions will affect your performance? My players can adapt to any situation. A little bit of weather isn't going to affect us. Elsewhere, Liverpool face West Ham, hoping to keep their title hopes alive. Do you think they have a chance of winning this competition? They are a great side and will definitely be right up there coming to the end of the season. Hopefully, West Ham will be playing like they are in real life, so they can give Liverpool a real test. It'd be nice if there was, real life Liverpool versus real life West Ham, because I would back West Ham in that scenario, because they are playing much better than Liverpool are in real life. Arsenal are in very good form. They are 3 points behind us on the same amount of games played. We are 27 points, that's right. We were on 24 until before last game, so we are 27 points at the top of the league, tied with Liverpool. They're facing West Ham. We're facing Arsenal, so they've got a little bit easier test. I don't think West Ham are nearly as good in this game as they are in real life, so unfortunately. Bellerin's got a ball down the right-hand side, though. A chance to cross it in at the back post for Saka, who heads it over. Saka is going to be one of their danger mans. He's been magnificent in real life. Erdegaard has been pretty good. He's very good in the game, too, so he's going to be a definite threat. Looks like they're playing Ryan Bertrand at left back and Kieran Tierney at center back, so maybe we can take advantage of Tierney being not a natural center back. Bruno Fernandes with a free kick, though, and he puts it just wide, hits the side netting. You'd hope for a little bit better finishing there, but Bruno Fernandes, still a good player, still in great form, so I have faith that he will come good this game. He didn't really show up last game, but hopefully it's just a blip, because we need him to show up big in big games. I know in real life that's kind of a dig on Bruno Fernandes. He kind of wilts in the big games. Hopefully that's not the same in Football Manager, because that's when we really need him. Because Saka's just scored a goal. Ryan Bertrand, of all players, with the ball in. Saka at the near post just comes unmarked. I don't know what our defense was doing. Just fell asleep. Let Saka in behind them. Played kind of a little 1-2 with Bertrand. And is that Bailly just lets him run right past him. What a ball in by Bertrand, though. Like, you got to give him credit for that. That was a heck of a ball in for Ryan Bertrand, of all players. He got good stats. He's decent. Probably shouldn't be doing things like that against us, but again, we're playing pretty well. 7 shots. We've been the better team. We just can't put shots into shots on target, really. 2 shots on target of 7 total shots is not good enough. Of course, they have 1 shot in 1 goal. Like what happens in Football Manager every time. I think I've got to go attacking here in the second half. Play my more attacking one. Probably take out Matic because he's been awful and he's a little bit tired. I'm going to thrash my arm, say I'm far from pleased. Again, hopefully it changes them up in the second half. Let's go to a more attacking one. Let's bring in Donny van de Beek for Matic. Pogba and Fernandes are both on yellow cards. Pogba's not playing well. Fernandes has been all right. Martial, again, has been terrible, so I'm going to take him off for Greenwood. Not even going to think about it twice. Martial's been awful the last couple games. Greenwood scored a goal last game. I'm going to give him a chance here in the second half. Those are the only 2 changes I'm going to make. Hopefully they can make the difference in this game. It's kind of drastic doing 2 changes at halftime, but that first half was just not good enough. We need to beat Arsenal. We need to keep our spot at the top of the table. Keep going with Liverpool because they're not going to drop many points. So we can't drop many either, especially against these teams that are right up there competing with us. Obviously, Arsenal are 3rd in the league. We're currently technically 2nd, but tied with Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes with a good ball over the top for Greenwood. See if Greenwood can score another goal, but not quite. Leno makes the save. Greenwood tries to go to the near post, but Leno is right there to parry it away. Chelsea are up 2-1 against West Brom. That should be an easy game for Chelsea. West Brom are not very good. So they'll still be in the top 5 after that game. I'm assuming they didn't drop out. Greenwood with a nice ball again, but Leno again saves it. Not a strong enough shot. But didn't have much power behind it, so Leno was easily able to get it at his near post. And that's a foul. But I don't know, that might have been right on the line, so that might be a penalty. Donny van de Beek went to try to head the ball away and just seemed to clatter into the Bukayo Saka. If this is a penalty, then I have to go to the 4-2-3-1. Let's see what he says. No penalty, outside the box, free kick. I knew it was close. I didn't know which way it was going to go. But it is a free kick, and there's nothing that comes from it. We have a free kick, though, and Eric Bailly puts the ball into the back of the net. I don't know why the graphics so messed up, but Bruno Fernandes with the deep free kick puts it in, and Eric Bailly heads it over the goalkeeper and finds the back of the net. A nice header, a nice run, and we are tied at 1-1. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. Now in the 61st minute, got another highlight. Hopefully a highlight for us. We have the throw in. Wan-Bissaka is going to look for the long throw. Going to look for Greenwood, who heads it on to Maguire. And he is onside, and Maguire heads it into the back of the net. We are up 2-1, just like that. Going to go back to the more defensive tactic. Uh, 5-1-2-2 balanced. Van de Beek's not an ideal deep line playmaker on the fin, but he can do a job there for now. Like I can bring on Camavinga later on if I need to. Probably take off Pogba, move Van de Beek to center mid. I might do that now. I need to confirm my changes. I don't know if this is an actual highlight or a highlight because I just confirmed the changes, but it's a nice ball over the top to Greenwood. The defender misses the ball. Greenwood with another chance, and Greenwood finds the back of the net. We are up 3-1, just like that. We have completely turned this game on its head, and we are up 3-1 against Arsenal out of nowhere. Like 10 minutes, we have scored 3 goals. Terrible header attempt by Chambers. Greenwood gets the ball, fires it from the edge of the area, and puts it right past Leno. We are up 3-1. We'll proceed with our tactical changes. How 57th to 73rd minute, so nearly 20 minutes, not quite 20 minutes. We have scored 3 goals to completely turn the game on its head and put us top of the table. Looks like Liverpool are drawing. If we look at the latest scores, it is 1-1, Liverpool-West Ham. Back to the league table. I am going to make that sub. I'm going to take off Pogba. Van de Beek's also on a yellow, so that's not ideal. But I'm going to bring on Camavinga. He's a little bit more defensive, so I feel more comfortable with him in there than I do Van de Beek. I'm going to look to see this game out. Bruno Fernandes is also tired, so I could bring on another midfielder. Bring on Fred, maybe. Greenwood again. He has been dominating this game. I'm going to have to start him the next game. Rashford with the ball. Greenwood with a nice pass to Rashford. Rashford does not quite get it past Leno. Greenwood has dominated since he came on. Looks like I made the right decision on bringing on Greenwood at halftime. Martial just wasn't cutting it. He had a good start to the season, but in the past couple games, he's just not been up to it, and the game is frozen. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because I'm rendering in the background, but Bruno Fernandes puts the ball in. Bailly heads it over. We couldn't quite find the fourth. We got the ball at the head now. He kicks it out for Shaw. He's going to keep it in. Game freezes again. Maybe I shouldn't be rendering while I'm trying to play, but the computer should be able to handle it. I don't know why it's struggling so bad. It seems to struggle even when I'm not rendering sometimes, though, so I don't know what the problem is. Greenwood with the ball, puts it back to Shaw, back to Van de Beek, back to Greenwood. Gets tackled, but it looks like it's not a penalty. It was a good tackle. Camavinga with the ball. Gonna look for Luke Shaw, maybe. Finds Luke Shaw. Wish he was as good as he is in real life, because in real life, he's been on fire. He's been like one of the best left backs in the Premier League this season. Gonna make my final sub. I might take off Luke Shaw, of all people. He's actually played really well, but he's tired. I'm going to take off Bruno Fernandes, though. We don't need him. Oh, no, we've made all our changes. Oh, yeah, we made 2 changes at halftime. Then we brought on Camavinga. So we've made all of our changes. Never mind. I'm going to tell the team to focus. I don't want to concede another goal. Goal difference is going to be important with Liverpool in as good a form as they are, even though they are drawing right now. They can very easily get a goal in the next, 5 minutes of real, normal time plus extra time. Arsenal looking for a goal, though. Van de Beek cuts it out. Puts it up to Greenwood, who again gets on the end of the ball. Beats his man. Greenwood again. Absolutely thrashing Arsenal. And he scores for his brace. Mason Greenwood has absolutely destroyed Arsenal single-handedly. What a game by Mason Greenwood. Yeah, he's going to be my number 1 right now. He has to be. With the way he played today and last game, he scored the only goal to take us through to beat Chelsea. So the way he's played the last 2 games, he's going to have to be my starter. Martial's going to have to ride the bench until Greenwood cools off a little bit, if he ever cools off. Hopefully he doesn't, but we definitely deserved this game. 17 shots, 10 on target. Since I made the change at halftime, we were the dominant team. Looks like going more aggressive was the change we needed to make. Greenwood, bringing him on, was the change we needed to make. 9.6. Rashford, not the best game, but he was decent. In terms of bringing on Van de Beek, he didn't do a whole lot, so he wasn't much better than Matic. He was a little bit better. Fernandes with a good game. Our defense played pretty well except for Lindelof. Lindelof has not been very good. I don't know if it's the libero role or what, but he's just not played well. But we definitely deserve this win. Arsenal didn't even have 1 XG. We outscored our XG a little bit, but we were clinical in front of goal. Mason Greenwood, in particular, was clinical in front of goal. I'm going to outstretch my arm and say I'm very happy. Or I'm going to say you've done brilliantly to come back and win that. I'm proud of you. What a comeback. That result takes Man United top of the league. You must be pleased. I'm going to say the same thing. It gives us a platform to build on and create something to work towards maintaining. Creates a positive atmosphere, and hopefully we can take an optimistic approach going forward. Hopefully they don't ask us this question after every single game. What a comeback. To see your side completely turn a game around like that must be very pleasing. We went down and had to make some changes, but the team responded magnificently. What a game. We are officially top of the table. Liverpool did draw with West Ham. What is the final score? 1-1. Goal in the 66th minute by Mark Noble. Sealed the tie. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Nice comeback in the second half. Mason Greenwood. Yes, I have to praise Mason Greenwood. He was fantastic. 2 goals and an assist. Enthusiastic De Gea credits manager's talk. Claimed that Paris' words at halftime that inspired the team to overturn the deficit and emerge victorious at the final whistle. Love to see it. Man City's on a 10-game unbeaten run. So I don't know where are they in the league. They are third. They have taken Arsenal's spot at third in the league. They're 3 points behind us, but we have a game in hand on them, so we're in a pretty good spot. If you look at our schedule, we've got Man City coming up in the EFL Cup quarterfinal. I'm not going to show that game because it's the EFL Cup, and it's pretty soon after this game. I don't want to come back so quickly. I'm not going to show Lincoln because who needs to see Lincoln? I might come back for Leicester Tottenham. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back for Leicester Tottenham. In January. See if we do any deals in the January transfer window. I doubt it because I don't really see many of the areas of the team where you need improvement. And I don't think we have much money left. 23 million. So we have a decent amount of money left, but I don't know if we'll be making any additions, but if we do, I'll let you know. Buy Leicester Tottenham. If I've made them already. If I'm planning on making them, I'll also let you know. So I'll see you for Leicester Tottenham next time. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.